v4 Pro does not automatically connect to the server. You must first connect to have access to the server-side databases. Otherwise, you'll only see local databases. If the MySQL button is in your toolbar, click it, or add it using the Customize option. Alternatively, you can connect manually to the server by holding down Option and clicking in the Librarian menu. A hidden option will appear allowing you to connect manually. Since we're on the server itself, connect as root with no password. This is MySQL's default and shouldn't be altered until you're comfortable. Server databases are visibly marked with the omega symbol. We'll create one in a moment. Let's take a look at the daemon, which is also running on the server. Go into the Preferences. Here it will ask you for your password, and the default superuser is SoundMiner with the password OpenSesame, all lowercase, all one word. Make sure the daemon is connecting to the correct instance of MySQL. It should be the fixed IP address of the server itself. The daemon is used to create your users and groups. Now let's create a few users. The button at the bottom creates a new entry. Click it and name it, and make sure to enter passwords for each user. Users and passwords are case sensitive. Repeat the process to add more users. The daemon we have here is a basic one. For those with the Enterprise version, your users are taken directly from your directory bindings. Otherwise, it's the same thing. We'll now create a group. Again, the button at the bottom creates a new entry. Name it and select it. Now in the right pane, select the users you wish to assign to this group and hit the plus button at the top. With some basic users and groups set up, we can now go back to v4 Pro's Librarian menu to assign permissions. In the Permissions pane, click the Group button to show your newly created users and groups. Select a database, and drag in the group you want to have permissions to this database. It's unnecessary to drag in the librarian groups as they always have access. Once in, that group has read-only access unless you give them extended permissions as identified by the various checkboxes. If you wish to give this group access to more databases, simply repeat the process and make sure you hit Save before exiting. Assuming you're connected to the server, then you can create server databases. This is visually confirmed with the checkbox button Server Database. Click it. Give your database a name, select a profile, and click OK. You'll then see it among your databases, and it will have the omega sign in front. To add items, make sure you're sourcing from a volume that's being shared to your other clients. Making a database from a directory not accessible will only result in offline media for the remote client. Drag the folder or volume onto SoundMiner, and it will begin the process of ingesting new records and metadata if available in the files. Large directories will take some time, so be patient. When done, v4 Pro will show you all the records successfully scanned in, and adding more files simply requires you to repeat the process. Command-J is the quick key to bring back all records at any time. With v4 Pro installed at the client and an active auto-discovery Bonjour network, the directory authentication window will automatically appear asking the user to enter in their credentials. Test out the SoundMiner superuser first. You should see all databases on the system. Now log on as one of your other users. Remember, it's case sensitive. In this case, you can see that this user only has access to those databases. If no auto-discovery networking is active, you may need to alter some preferences on each client. In v4 Pro Preferences, there's a daemon pane. Unlock the default and uncheck Bonjour. You then have direct control over the IP and ports on which the client will have access to the daemon. These ports would have to be open on your network. and you can change the defaults if preferred. In addition, each client can also be set up for HTTP access, which is not covered here. But a PDF document outlining this type of access is available from support.